The angels online. The angels online. The angels online.
Good people, what's going on, y'all? This Angel with the Angels Online, and we are here right now to do this episode, Disconnected, the Impact of Cell Phones in Schools. Right now, we have a lot of talk in society, politically, with all district schools across the nation, everywhere, just discussing cell phones in schools and the problems that it may bring and the positives that it may bring. I have with me a group of youth today who are now going to give you their input and how they feel about it, their perspectives, varying in different age groups, grades, schools, and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my left over here. Who we got?
How y'all doing? My name is Jaden Tatum. I go to Ridgewood Middle School, 7th grade.
Perfect. Go ahead.
I am Hope Green. I am a senior at Hazelwood West High School.
Perfect.
Hello, my name is Martez Rouse, and I'm a sophomore at McClure High School.
Okay.
My name is Grayson Owens. I'm 14. I go to Kip High School.
Wonderful. What grade you in, Grayson?
9th grade.
9th grade. So you see I got a 7th grader, a 9th grader, a sophomore, and a senior right here sitting with me in this building in the podcast. How y'all feeling?
Great.
I'm feeling good.
Before we went on, we was having conversation. The kids was talking. They were engaging. And as you can see, there are no cell phones on my table. They were just talking amongst each other. So that's something that we can all look at and see that makes a difference and makes an impact and how we all communicate, operate, and everything else. And especially when we talking about in school. So again, this is season 4, episode 4. All right? Disconnected. The impact of cell phones in schools. And now I'm going to go ahead and start with, there is no certain order. The kids know we just talk. This is open dialogue. This episode is brought to you by the people, actually, because it's such a hot topic in the media and the news or social media and with kids in general and with adults. But I feel like the adults are always the ones talking. So now we need to give a voice to the young people so we can see how they feel about it and see their different perspectives and viewpoints. I'm gonna start with you, Martez. How do you feel about what you want to go by, Martez? What you want to go by?
Call me Tez.
All right, Tez. We gonna call you Tez today. How do you feel about having your cell phone in school?
I feel excellent. As long as I have it in my possession, I shouldn't have no further problems.
Do you find it helpful or distracting?
I find it both. I could say both because the answer is both because, it's useful in good ways and it could be used in bad ways. So, it's good when you have it and it's bad when you don't have it at the same time. It could be money and it can't be money at the same time. So, yes.
I like how you put that. It could be money. It's like when you have money, it could be good or it can be bad, depending on how you utilize it, right?
How you use it, yeah.
And that was a very good scenario right there, actually. And if you're listening, then you can understand what he's saying. But I definitely understood because we connect in here. So basically, it's good to have it. You like to have it on you just to make sure you got it.
Just to make sure I got it.
You don't allow it to be a distraction to you.
I don't allow it. It shouldn't be no further distraction because when you have it, when you realize that you have it, it shouldn't be no problem. But when you don't have it, where's my stuff?
You're looking for your possession.
You get defensive, yes.
You're looking for your property.
Yep.
Okay. Hope, let's roll to you. How do you feel about having your cell phone in school? Do you find it helpful or distracting?
For the most part, I think having it on you can be distracting just because you're used to it. It's a force of habit with a lot of people. Pull it out, check the time. Now you checking the time. You open it up. Now you see you got a notification on this app.
Mm-hmm.
It gets distracting.
Right. Come on.
But there can be a lot of help to it just because, like, I know at my school, the internet be slow with the computers and stuff. You get on your phone, you do it, it's quick. But at the same time, there's a lot of things that you say, oh, I gotta do this on my phone, I gotta do this on my phone. The whole time you can do it on your computer too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really needed. It could be helpful sometimes, but it's not needed. No.
Wonderful. And so for you, from what I'm hearing, you find it's more distracting.
It is more distracting for sure. Yes.
Okay. And going with what you said, the internet is slow. So some people might just say, okay, I'm using my phone. But those are those people who have matured and who are disciplined and be like, I'm just literally going on for that. I don't care about a notification. I don't care about this stuff or whatever. I'm really they're involved in their studies.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's like you, though. That's what I'm getting. I'm hearing you. How do you feel about it? And is it distracting or helpful for you?
All right, so I feel like you can have your phone, like Ted said, in your possession, but you shouldn't have it out. But you should have it in case of emergencies, like in your book bag or in your locker.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't be able to have it in your pocket to bring it to the bathroom for instigating or anything else like that for fighting. But you should have it in your possession in case of emergencies.
Have it in your possession in case of emergencies. That's what I'm talking about. Do you find it helpful or distracting? Not just talking about you, but even other students or what you're seeing. Do you find having it helpful or distracting?
Most people it's distracting for because like they'll try to sneak it or anything like looking it up, texting other people in their class. But I really don't use my phone because I have my computer. Mm-hmm. But the only time I do need my phone if it's an emergency.
Mm-hmm. And in emergencies, your emergencies, are you meaning like strenuous, like super emergencies, or can you also use office phones and stuff like that?
We can use office phones, but it's for like that's for super, super emergencies. Like if a kid says something, I would just text my mom, letting them know, and then I'll go to the office to let them know because I'm always let my mom know first before anybody.
Okay.
I think coming off of that also, a lot of people nowadays don't remember numbers. You already have that contact saved on your phone.
That's a good point, too.
So, like, if there's an emergency and you got to call somebody, like, right now, you don't know their number. So, if you use an office phone,
you're going to be confused.
Know about heart.
Yeah, you don't know
and
about
then
it.
They might be busy and they can't look it up on the computer at that time. And, and you might be calling somebody else. Like, let me call Rhonda. Let me see. I need to call Angel. They not answering. I need to call.
Or my mom hurt. I can't call my mom if she hurt.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know my dad's number, or something like that. Yeah.
Good. Grayson, talk to me. How do you feel about having your cell phone in school?
Man, at school, I don't really have it ever.
Okay.
It's like my school is prohibited phones since like 6th grade.
Okay.
So like I'm cool with not having my phone, but so I like having it on me sometimes though.
But so do you find it helpful or distraction really wouldn't apply to you because you don't get to have it on you? You're not allowed to have it on you.
Nah.
Okay. Good. Okay. That's not bad. You safe? You good? Y'all got policies and everything in place for safety and security and everything. So you're not really worried about that, right?
Yeah, I'm not worried.
Yeah. Also, my school allows you to have your phone, but you can't pull it out any time of the day unless it's like dismissal, like.
Or designated time or something like that?
Yeah, designated time. We can't have it outside or nothing like that either, though.
Okay. What about lunch?
We can't have it in lunch because that's where most of the fights happen at in lunch because people go to the bathroom with their phones in their pocket and just start recording anything.
Man, I like that.
Or, or dances, too, because people just do TikToks for no reason in the bathroom. Okay. Or in, like, the back of the class. Like, it's just dumb stuff.
Okay. I love it. Thank you. Shoot, when I was in school, I had it, I had a phone, but like you said, I knew better. We're not on our phones in school, but we talking about a long time ago too, where it was like, I didn't worry about notifications. We didn't have that. We didn't have social media. We didn't have any of those things. So that's the difference between this generation and the past generations. You had a phone, you could send a text message, whatever, but for the most part, there were no apps either. There wasn't no apps. It wasn't anything of that nature. But you already knew, like, everything was set in stone. If you had a phone, you had a phone. But it wasn't like you pull it out every 2 seconds and da-da-da-da. So that's a big difference or whatever. That's why I wanted to have this episode because it's different and the dynamics are different as well.
Yeah, also for people who doesn't have enough money for a phone or anything like that, people could go on social media, take a picture of that person and say all of this, like cyberbullying basically.
Oh, you wait a minute.
I agree with him.
You moving ahead. So let me go ahead and I'm gonna just go to that then right now. Tell me about that. Like, and also, have you ever witnessed it or experienced issues like cyberbullying related to cell phone use at school, and how did it affect you?
All right, so like it was like a few weeks ago actually.
Mm-hmm.
This kid, like I'm not gonna say his name or anything.
Of course, we don't say names.
This kid, he was always wearing the same clothes and stuff. So me and my friend decided to like get him a new hoodie and some sweatpants, but he also didn't have a phone, so people would try to make fun of him for it, and my friend would stick up for him all the time because I didn't have most of his classes because like we have open transition, so we would stick up for him and stuff, and like people would try to post about him or anything, we'll just get their accounts banned.
Good.
I think another thing with that is there's the bullying when it comes to, oh, this person got an Android. Like, it's weird that people bully people because of the type of phone they got, especially because some Androids, like, they're not bad.
They're better than iPhones. Some of them, they take better pictures and videos. I'm not going to lie.
I'm not going to go that far. But, people make fun of people and stuff like that. Or not even just bullying, like, them arguments. Like, people be having social media arguments and, like, they post on their social media, on their story, this girl did this and this and that.
Yeah,
why are you being petty?
Yeah, they take their drama to like social media when it's something in person that you can talk about.
But a lot of people,
that's comes from communication with young people.
A lot of people like to hide behind the screen.
Come on.
You can't, because you don't conflict. The person isn't right in front of you. You say whatever you want because you get a reaction on them, but they can't see your reaction.
Yeah,
like it's easier and it's. I don't know how to explain. It's more petty and it's more like
childish.
It's
childish,
immature. Hiding behind a phone screen.
There's a lack of communication.
Very immature.
It's even like when you as an adult, if you have an issue with somebody, you go to them. As a young person, if you have an issue with someone, you go to them or take it to another adult, so there can be some type of mediation in between.
Also, people that stay on their phones all day, they don't know how to have like an actual conversation with a person. Like people would just text. Like if you want a relationship with somebody, you just tell them on text or on phone. Like you couldn't say it in person. That's what people that be on their phones all day. They're scared to talk.
Society today.
Yeah, they always scared to talk to somebody face to face.
And it hurts later on in life, like college interviews, job interviews. You don't know how to talk to people now. You don't know what to say. Because, like, that's a problem for a lot of people in my generation because I'm a senior. So a lot of people, they're getting ready to have college interviews, job interviews, stuff like that.
Okay.
And they don't know how to talk to people. They don't know how to talk to people because they spend all their time texting or with their friends and they're not using proper vocabulary or proper talking because they don't have to.
And text
pronunciation.
Text message can be misconstrued. There's a lot of miscommunication and misleading, in text messages. You mentioned something about, let me give you the floor, sir. You mentioned something about the cyberbullying as well, because the question was, have you ever witnessed or experienced issues like cyberbullying related to cell phone use, or how did it affect you? Or what's your input on cyberbullying?
Well, my opinion is cyberbullying. I never personally seen a situation, but I mean, I know I can't really give no examples, but I know
problem, no need to. Go ahead.
Fighting somebody and not fighting back, how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Cyberbullying, that's lame. You shouldn't do that. Leave people alone. Go around your own day. Do whatever you gotta. Do whatever you gotta do to succeed. Don't mess with nobody else. I mean, you mess with somebody, you don't know what they're going through.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
They could already had a bad day. You could have had a bad day and you messing with them. That make their day worse.
Yeah.
And they probably want to kill themselves or
come on,
cut themselves or
it's a lot of stuff, right?
They want to do anything that hurt themselves. I mean, if they going through something in life and they don't tell them and they don't call nobody or talk to anybody, it's cyberbullying. I don't like that. That's lame. You shouldn't do that. You should create more positivity.
Also,
and creativity.
Go ahead.
Creativity and It should be basically just a positive world and a good world. It should be a good life. It shouldn't be no problems in school or outside cyberbullying. You shouldn't be bullying nobody on the internet at all. I mean, if you going through the same thing, you don't have nothing, you can't say nothing. If you've been through that situation before.
That's it. That's it. I love it. I love exactly what you're saying. Go ahead. You was about to say something.
Yeah, it's like cyberbullying. That comes with like people that's gonna follow you and do the same thing that you do. Like also like as minions, and cyberbullying could lead to people wanting to shoot up a school or
The other
like he
things that
said,
we
hurt
see going
like
on,
yeah,
right?
like Ted
He
said, hurt
mentioned
yourself.
suicidal, hurting themselves because they're going
Yeah.
through so much, and you just put out a big topic, just school shootings and stuff like that.
Yeah, we
which
recently
comes
got a
from that.
threat for that too.
Yeah, there's been a lot actually lately.
Yeah.
Grayson, what do you feel about cyber? Have you experienced it? What's your opinion about cyberbullying and everything?
Cyberbullying to me is lame, cause like what's the point of that?
Mm-hmm.
It's like there ain't no reason to talk about somebody else.
That's it. That's it.
Also, like cyberbullying can come from people talking behind each other back, from them once being friends to now
Yes.
they're spreading lies about each other.
Oh yeah.
Or spreading each other deepest, darkest secrets or anything like that too.
And that's very immature.
Yeah, very.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing with being online is I know our school just had this like the other day, because it was not the other day, the other week, but there was multiple. Somebody made a post. I don't know who made that post because I didn't get to see it, but somebody made a post with multiple schools online in St. Louis, like putting like a gun towards certain schools.
My school got one of those.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
school
mine
got one
did
too.
too.
Yeah, they did it to a whole bunch of St. Louis schools, basically threatening to shoot up their school.
It was going out.
Yeah, that was scary
Yeah.
too.
Nobody.
Cause
They
you don't know if
actually
they're
found the
actually-
person who did it on VLTP. He was like 17, and they found him. SWAT actually came to his house and got him, and he arrested.
And the crazy thing is, a lot of people do that as a joke, but it's not a joke.
Yeah, it's not a joke. That's harming a lot of people's lives and putting people in danger and everything else.
Scary. That's scary for all people because I feel like you should be able to go and be safe. You just try to learn, and a lot of people don't take a lot of stuff
School
serious.
should feel like a second home. Like that's where you should.
Because that's what it is, right? You spend about
that's where you should be
7 to 8 and maybe 10 hours if you got practice.
I spend more time in my school than I spend at home.
Yeah, exactly. So, what about this? Can you share a time, Grayson? Can you share a time when your phone helped you in your studies? Probably not, because you said you don't have it at school, but or even at home. Does your phone help you in your studies, or do you have the computer at home? Talk to me.
At home, it's like if I'm like looking up something, I'm trying to learn something. I just use my phone to like better give me a better grasp of it.
Good.
So like I can understand it more and I can use it in the future.
Good. Hope, do you share a time where the phone helped you in your studies?
My freshman year, somebody hacked into our internet in our school, and all of our computers were out for that week.
Okay.
So the people who had their phones were able to use their phones to help with their studies because none of us could use our computers.
Got it.
I could say my phone helped me use definitions in certain classes. Math is not good for being used when you're using your phone. For example, photo math or any type of picturing when you're taking a picture of a math problem. It don't help. It don't help math because
select subjects.
It's not telling you. It's not getting you right on the answer. It's not getting you. But I say if I'm using my phone for a definition, that can help me because I can know and remember and
screenshot it,
or I can screenshot it.
Yep.
And
for study purposes.
All that, and then you can use your phone for good.
Wonderful. Do you use a time where go ahead?
I have a when I need help, I find words from dictionary to help write something, or to be more specific. That's
good.
Yeah.
Elaborate on something or a topic. Get more information about it.
Yeah, get more information or find out something new or something like that. New words or anything.
Good. How do you balance the need for social media, right? So some of us, we don't need no social media. Right now we're all sitting at the table having open dialogue with no phones or whatever. We're not utilizing our phones or anything. And let me go back. Mind you, back in the day, of course, we didn't have social media at all. and people I went to school with, we seem to be doing just fine. Whoever decided to make something out, or chose a positive route, whatever. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is we went to school to go to school.
Right.
So it was a bit different. So the question that I asked is, how do you balance the need for social media? We didn't need social media because it didn't exist.
Exactly.
So I don't see the need for social media in regards when you're going to school. When it comes to business, marketing, and all those things that social media bring, you know what I mean? It's a different ball game. So when it says to balance the need for social media and communication with the responsibilities of schoolwork, because we're talking about school, remind you, right? We're not talking about entrepreneurs or anything like that. Selling clothes, we're not talking about any of those things, because we see that social media is utilized for huge business purposes, meetings, whatever it is that it may be. So how do you balance the need for social media and communication with the responsibilities of schoolwork? I had after school. I went to school at work, school after school. I talked to my peers, I talked to the teacher, I asked questions. Because remember, we didn't have all this, and communication was face to face. So go ahead.
I think for me, to make it easier for myself, I set a screen time on my phone. I set my own screen time because I know I get distracted. Like stuff like TikTok, you could be scrolling for hours and hours and hours.
Mm-hmm.
So I set my screen time on certain apps like Instagram, TikTok. That's how many apps I'm really on.
Mm-hmm.
And so I stop myself because I'm scrolling and they be like, hey, you've been on here for like an hour.
Right.
So I get off with that screen time.
Self-awareness. That's discipline. Self-discipline. That is good. That is wonderful. You heard what she said?
Mm-hmm.
She said she don't need nobody to tell. It's like somebody got to tell you when to go to bed. Man, I know I got to get up in the morning. I'm finna go to bed because I know I got to get up in the morning.
Got to study for it.
And I know I got a test tomorrow. I know I got to do these. Ain't no reason that my mom need to come in here and tell me it's midnight. You got to get up in 4, 5, 6 hours. Because school in high school start early, right? 7 o'clock or something like that. A lot of high schools start early, right? There's no reason that your parents should come in, especially if you already know. And so if I was to ask you, do you already know that that you got a test tomorrow? Yeah, okay. Do you already know that you got to be at school at 7:15 in the morning? The bell rings at 7:25. Yeah. Oh, okay. So what you did was just let me know that you're very much aware that you got to be in school. You're very much aware of what time. You're very much aware that you do have a test. So at this point, you're taking a chance. So when I come to you and say something to you, you can't get mad at me because you were already aware. So why do something when you already know that you don't want nobody talking to you? You might get an attitude. Why do it if you already know all the stuff in place?
If it's a consequence.
Yeah, exactly. If you're supposed to stop at the stop sign, red mean what?
Stop.
And the stop sign say what?
Stop.
Yeah,
So if you keep going, you going to get mad at Officer Hope over there? How you going to get mad at her?
She
Yeah,
doing
you should
her
know
job.
what
She's just doing her job, right?
Yeah.
And as a parent, right, your mom or dad, they doing their job, right? Because the structure starts at home. And if they come in and they tell you, they're doing their job. And when you're not listening, they hold you accountable when you already know everything. You just told us you know everything you're supposed to be doing, right?
Exactly.
So how you gonna be mad, So you did it, I just wanted to add to that because that's crucial because, I want to put in perspective. So just in case one of y'all parents got to tell y'all to go to bed, y'all know exactly what's going on. All right? Y'all know what's going on. So go ahead. I'm gonna roll with you. Tell me.
I don't really be on my phone that much because I'm always outside practicing for basketball or down the street with my friends playing tackle football.
You be on a bike. You be riding your bike.
Yeah, I be riding my mini bike
You be
too.
outside. Okay.
Yeah, I'm always outside. I don't really stay in much unless it's nighttime. And when it's nighttime, I'm always like sleepy from everything I did that day. So
you don't have a need for social media.
yeah, I don't really
just
be
out
on
there.
social media unless I'm in the car like waiting for something or
Good.
yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. So how do you communicate with the responsibilities of schoolwork? You talk to your teachers, you talk to your mom.
Yeah, I talk to my teachers about it mostly because my mom, she claims she don't remember anything from school.
She not lying.
From school, so
There's a lot of stuff we don't remember. That's the long as it depends on what grade it is.
But yeah, I talk to my teachers about it mostly. And they like Google Classroom, they'll tell me like the link or they'll send me the link on email, Gmail,
Good.
anything. Yeah.
Good. So you communicate effectively with your teachers. What about you, Grayson?
Social media.
Yeah, you don't talk to me. What do you need social media?
Yes, to keep me like
Entertained.
entertained. I be bored.
You use it for entertainment.
Yeah, I just
okay. So when you're bored, so how do you
bored.
balance the need for social media and communication with the responsibilities of schoolwork though?
Oh yeah, like I make sure to like get off of it. I just or when I'm going to sleep, I just turn the thing off, just go to sleep because I love sleeping. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Sleep.
Yes, so I don't play with my sleep.
And then what about your schoolwork?
I always get that done and then do what else I want to do. I gotta do what I need to do. Then I do what I want to do.
Come on, you better say it. Good people. He said I gotta do what I need to do, and then I can do what I want to do.
Keep it pushing.
Business before pleasure, right? There it is. You better tell him something, baby. I know that's right. I like that. How does having access, because we talked about this earlier, having access to a cell phone shape your social interactions with peers at school?
Okay.
Come on.
When using your social media, when you use it, it can't help you get your speech and vocabulary, because when you have conversations, I mean, social media is just only videos that tell you stuff. I mean, it's not like you texting anybody or anything, but I mean, it don't help you concentrate. It don't help you think. It don't help you talk. Because, I mean, if you think about it, social media is like, you don't need it, but you need it. But, like, to communicate, if you want to communicate, like, hey, hit me up on Instagram. Hit me up on Twitter.
Send me that information in a message on Instagram. Send me
this or iMessage.
Share that link about this and that, whatever. Let me see it. Like that.
Copy that link. Here, I'm gonna send it to you.
But as far as social interactions with peers at school, if you don't got no phone, you think there's a gap. It hurts you. You do.
Yeah, it definitely is, because you don't know how to communicate.
Go ahead.
If you communicate, you could just say hello when you speak first. But if you don't get no response, I mean, if they don't want to talk to you, they don't want to talk to you. So, I mean, but when you speak first, you can get to know them, and then y'all get to talk, then y'all become friends, and then that's when you get to communicate and all that, get that social media. That's when it come in.
But what if the social media, I'm going to go back to you, what if social interactions in general?
Social media really changes how people think.
Come on.
Changes how people move. Because, social media could give very different messages multiple times. And, people watch it and be like, oh, I want to act like that, or I want to be like that. Mm-hmm. And they go to school, they act a whole different way. Other people who don't be on there be like, what are you talking about?
Right. So that's social. That's what and that's one of the things I'm talking about. Social interactions with people. If I'm in school as Angel and Grayson, and we in school together, and then I'm looking at social media or whatever, but I go to school and I want to act like that. Grayson's not big into social media like that. Mm-hmm. So he looking at it like, man, what are you doing? Like, this ain't what we do at school. Like, now you're affecting our friendship and how we operate. You see on social media this kid being disrespectful, and Grayson, I'm going to come in and Grayson like, hey, man, what you doing? We don't do disrespect. We don't do that type of stuff or whatever. And you saw it on social media. Now it's affecting your interaction with your peers around you, because they not about that life. They're not about that disrespect. I'm sagging my pants. Grayson don't sag his pants. I'm not wearing my pants. What are you doing? Like, I don't do that. So it affects your circle or just peers in general, because it's like somebody that I think this model, now they want to look like this model. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's cool on the generation nowadays. They think whatever puts a trend or a trendsetter, they think that's what cool. It is. That's what it is. Yeah. Just in the past, today in the present.
I think a lot of people, it's something that's small as like they go on a video and they see what somebody say. Like, people get a lot of their slang and how they talk from social media also.
Yep.
Like, you can see in people's talking and how they talk, it changes like monthly off of what video and what's viral at the moment. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, when people were saying like slave back then, and then now they're saying like it's giving and like it ate
Demir.
Like all Demir. Like, whatever.
But yes,
it's all.
Social media has a huge impact on my generation, because like people that are easily influenced, they'll easily follow off something they see or hear, and they'll start doing it in front of everybody else and acting different, and people will look at them crazy. Like you're not like that.
Like, stop doing that.
Yeah.
And so, and
And you
again,
embarrassing yourself.
there you go. And again,
Making your
Immaturity.
family looks.
say that again.
Making your family looks bad.
Immaturity.
There it is.
My coach
Immaturity
is
making your
young.
family look bad.
My
and-
coach is young and she starts using those, and I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
You should
Wait.
Why are you coaching me, Thomas? I'm just giving demure.
what is demure?
I despise when people say that. I
Yeah,
despise.
I hate when people say that.
So
Okay,
demure
y'all
is like
don't even care me. Y'all gonna give me more to work for. That's a lot of work, okay?
Yeah, you don't
So
even
y'all
know.
literally just hit it, man. Social interactions, and they are affected by individuals not realizing social media is just what it is. It's just on a computer screen. But when you get in real people, the question is, do you know how to talk and communicate with these people? Can you respect the boundaries? Can you respect the actual conversation? Can you listen to understand, versus waiting to say the next thing you saw on social media, like demure, you know what I'm saying? Grace said we having a conversation, all three of us, Jaden, we in a conversation, and he talking, and I'm just like, it's that line. I'm gonna use that line in my head. I'm like, I'm finna say it. You know what I mean?
I'll be
Because I
still
think
with
people
you.
really be doing that. They be
Right.
they be waiting. What you think so?
I do.
I think they be waiting to
Like,
see what the
Kinda geeked up a little bit.
They just wait to see stuff like, hey, I'm geeked.
I'm geeked to say this word.
I'm geeked to say this. You know what I mean? Like,
And-
what?
And then
What do you mean you
and then
geek?
the
Are you
next-
excited?
You excited, you
Can
moving.
you just say, yeah, instead of using
Then-
that, they want to use what they see.
Then the next day, you go to them, they steal your whole saying. They're like, "What you said? Like, what's up, bro? How you been?"
Right, I
Or
just said
you,
that.
You say that
I was
then.
thinking of that.
Like, man, what?
Hey,
That be happening to everybody. That happened to me a lot.
but yeah, they say,
my God.
for example, they say the joke is lame and then they use it.
Exactly.
Exactly. I see what you're
But
saying.
nah, people be using a joke that they said is lame to other people.
Right, and
Then they come to
and
you
then they be
and then say that same
right,
thing.
right.
Like, nah, I just
how
said
you gonna
that.
steal my joke?
Nah,
I just thought that in my
that.
head. You gonna
Exactly.
steal my thought
I thought you just
process?
said that's lame.
Right.
Man.
Sneak behind you and use it against other
Exactly.
people.
That's where that fake
interactions,
people
man.
come from too.
Because here's a kicker. Like, how you're interacting, remember, you don't know who you're going to be put on the spot to interact with, right?
At all.
So you always got to be mindful of your character and the language that you choose to use, because that person you're talking to may be the person that can help you somehow. And remember, social media is just that. Those people that you don't see, like earlier you said they hide behind social media and they talk this smack or whatever, and you have to take it with a grain of salt and be like, oh, okay. And you can look at it and you have to learn to think and say, okay, there's a lot of ignorance behind that statement. And ignorance just means lack of knowledge, right? There's a lack of, you could say that there's just a lack of knowledge behind that statement, so I'm going to ignore that. Because they're not having those social interactions, or they're not being checked up on, you know what I'm saying, by their peers. Like, if he come to me and say something crazy, I'm like, man, what are you talking about? That's kind of whack. Like, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You be mindful of who you might see, and then you gonna use that, and then you gonna miss an opportunity. Or somebody gonna look at you like you silly because you thought what you saw was cool, but then when you come to your social interactions and in front of you, because at this time you guys will be entering the workforce, right? Workforce next year. You'll be entering the workforce, and you think you can be able to interact like that with, if I'm your manager, I'm gonna look at you like you're delusional. Like, I know they just joking. I'll be thinking you joking with me. And then I'm gonna be like, well, this is a serious matter, then he's not ready to work. I'm not gonna play with this. Like, what are you doing?
Right,
And it goes further into the blue collar world, all that, the corporate world, all of that. It goes further. So right now is the time to focus and have these conversations now. So you can be mindful when you do enter that building, that school building, and you're looking at it and you're seeing what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. And you can tell your friends you're hanging around, don't be scared to check your peers, because you want to check them before society gets them. If somebody hurts them, or they end up behind bars or somewhere that they don't want to be, or lose a job,
Because they
or
think
lose
you
a
like
life.
that.
lose their life, lose a college opportunity, lose a scholarship potentially. You know what I mean? Just from having something on their record, getting put out of school. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had an incident. What's your incident? Go ahead. We don't name names. Say your incident.
Oh man, wait, like the one right now?
The kid got expelled from school, right?
Oh, so this kid called me a hard R, cause I'm in a school with a lot of people that's
Diverse,
different,
Caucasian
different
students.
Caucasians, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, I was in this choir class, and this kid, I was like singing the song that I was supposed to be singing, and he said, "Shut up, porch monkey," at first. And this is when I'm on the basketball team, so I'm not gonna fight him or anything, because I'm not trying to get kicked off.
Mindful.
So he said, "Shut up, Nick." Hard R, and then
N-I-G-G-E-R.
yeah, that's when I told the choir teacher. She told me to go to the office. I already texted my mom before that, because like I said, with the emergencies.
Yeah.
So I texted my mom. I went to the office. I called my mom, and then she called the school, and the school said that she said that the person in the front office said that I should have told her before calling my mom. And they didn't do anything about it. So when he said it again, I said he got one more chance, and he got expelled. So,
but he handled himself. He looked at what he had to lose.
He handled it maturely.
Yes.
Yeah.
He looked at what he had to lose, because and a lot of people don't do that. They quick to jump the gun, but that goes into as he got older, and how we see in society. You see on the news and everything all the time, like, people are making these decisions, killing one another and doing all these stupid things off simple decisions or whatever. And it's unfortunate, but just wanted to commend you for doing that, because your social interaction skills and the communication that you have with the teachers, right?
Some people communication isn't as advanced as you think it would be. And also, what was I about to say? Also that you have to like respond in a specific way for you, because like going back and forth with a teacher, you're gonna get suspended. They're gonna have their job. They're still gonna be paid. They're still gonna have everything that you're not. You might get grounded. You might get a whooping. You never know what you're gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like there's no point of going back and forth or fighting when you know you can just tell somebody. But like if they don't do anything the second time, then you might have to handle it yourself. But,
I think a lot of people now, even like back to social media, instead of going to a parent or a teacher or trusted adult, if a situation happens like that, they either fight about it or they post about it and be like, tell me why. And then people try to go viral for stuff like that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people instigating it too. Like,
yes.
that's why I don't say you have your phone in the background.
And then they tell the people, be like, oh my gosh, what should I do about this? Or like, why are you talking to a whole bunch of random people?
There you go, because those
they
random
don't
people
even know you, don't know the
social
situation.
Media who are not
making other people look bad
or don't know about you, just want to judge immediately.
And then they want to have
and they want to instigate.
There you go. They want to instigate. They because
they be like they called you that. If that was me, I would be doing this.
Me personally, I'm not taking that level of disrespect. You gonna let them say that?
Listen, that's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff.
I don't care if I'm on this team or not. I'm gonna do this.
And they don't think about that,
right?
So,
if I was you,
right, and so
you're not.
Exactly. So that ties with what he said. That's why I wanted to share it, because somebody else would have been like, "Hey, dog, you soft." Or you should have did this.
Yeah, and then a lot of people was coming up to me. And no, the same kid came up to me that same lunch. He was like, why you snitching? I grabbed my basketball coach. He was in my lunch. I told him to come here. You see how he trying to compress this issue now? If I'll be wrong if I just knock him out. And he was like, he just moved the kid away. And I tried to like calm the issue down, because
there you go.
Then the next day he got expelled. After that, he had to go online school.
There you go. What features or apps do you find beneficial for your studies? Any of them?
It's an app called Ask AI that I use.
ChatGPT,
AI.
ChatGPT. Okay.
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT be coming in clutch.
Okay.
This isn't really my studies, but I use the Common App a lot when it comes to applying for colleges and schools.
That's important. That's a part of it.
Yeah.
You're a senior.
I use
the Common App that you what is it called?
The Common App. And then I also use Score. The Common App, when you fill out all your information onto that app and then you just click which schools you want to apply to, and then it puts into the application, so you're already applied
Not
to that
sponsored
school.
by the
Okay.
way, guys.
So you only do it once. You don't have to do it all these different times. Like, you know how all these applications for schools, you got to apply the same stuff over
Yes.
and over again. So you just do it once on the app, and then you just click which schools that you
Oh.
want to apply to, and then
Oh.
it puts the information in for you.
Oh, I like that. Okay. Any apps, Grayson, for you? Well, you don't use your phone in school. But outside of school, do you have any, I mean, you young, do you have any educational apps that you use?
I don't got no educational apps, not gonna lie.
What's your GPA?
4.0.
You better tell them.
Mine is the
I
same,
just-
guys.
I
What's your
just be-
GPA?
Mine is a 3.7.
3.7. What? Come on, don't worry about it. What you got? What you looking like?
3.0.
3.0.
Yeah, I got a 4.0.
You got a 4.0?
Yeah.
I got a, I'm kind of old, so I got help the kids GPA, all right? Hey, that's what I'm talking about. And everybody can do better in anything that they're lacking on. It's only the first quarter. Everybody can be great. You can do great. I know you got some opportunities for college that you're pursuing. You're going to be doing some good things out here. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
Y'all
I think-
talking to me, man.
think
So
I-
here's a major question. Do you think a complete ban on cell phones in school would be effective? Or what alternative should you or would you suggest? Hold on. One person at a time. I'm going to go with the oldest in the room. Matt, keep your answers in your head. Do you think a complete ban on cell phones in school would be effective? What alternatives would you suggest?
If I'm being honest, I think banning phones is gonna only make it worse, because the thrill of being on your phone, or the thrill with a lot of things, is that you're not able to do it. A lot of people sneak it around, and they're like, okay, like, it's a dopamine
that.
thing. They have a thrill.
It's a what?
It's dopamine. Like,
Come on, girl.
they have a thrill of like breaking the rules
Uh-huh.
for some reason, and then like you're breaking it, you're sneaking on your phone behind class. I got to use the bathroom. You go bring the phone to the bathroom,
Hold
use
on,
the
hold that
bathroom.
thought now.
But if there's like the complete man is gonna do that, or I'm gonna have a second phone, I'm gonna give them this phone, and I'm gonna use this phone.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have a band on it, and you're just like out of sight, out of mind, a lot of people probably wouldn't even use their phone, because a lot of people don't have a need to use their phone. They just want to use it because they aren't able to.
Mm-hmm.
But if there was never been, I don't think that a lot of people would be on their phone as much as they are now. They'll probably be on their phone, and then there's going to be some people who just are going to be distracted, but they're going to be distracted no matter what. There's a lot of
Correct.
people
It
just
ain't
aren't
about
interested
school.
in school.
There you go.
But then there's the people who probably would be more interested and probably would want to be on their grades and want to look, but they have this dopamine. They want to look into
the
their
itch to
phone.
be
They want
like-
to see.
It's like riding that thrill ride at Six Flags or something, right? So what's your policy at your school? How do you guys operate with phones?
My policy is don't see it. Like if we don't see it, then just don't have it out during class. You can have it in the hallway. You can have it during lunch. You can have it after school. But in class, you're not supposed to be on your phone. That's my policy at my school.
Okay, some teachers do they have, because I've been to some schools where some teachers are like, don't have that phone out at all. When class starts, it should not be. And that's the structure in that class.
There's some teachers that's like that. And then those teachers who are, I can tell, I look around and I pay attention. The teacher are like that and don't have your phone out in my class
Kids
at
don't
all.
have it out.
No, kids have it out.
Mhm.
Kids will sneak it out. But those classes where the teachers are like, you can have it out if I'm not teaching, but try
On a
to
break
stay
time or something.
try to stay away from me. Those are the classes where most people don't have their phones out.
Okay.
Which is why I see it's interesting, because people just like the dopamine. They I'm not able to have it, now let me try to have it.
Mm-hmm.
They find ways around it.
What we were talking about earlier, they know the consequences, but they're like, let me just
They
try.
like to test. They like to test
the
it and see
waters.
how
Test
the
far
limits.
I could go
Yeah.
before.
And
this,
then when
this,
they
and
get in
this
trouble,
happened.
tell
I
me
didn't
this.
do nothing. I
But
didn't
hold on,
do
tell me though,
this.
when they get in trouble, do you all agree that their consequences are they're there?
Yeah.
you're gonna be held accountable. Do
A
you
lot of
believe in
people-
accountability?
I do believe in accountability, and I think a lot of people like to argue, and they're like, Or then there's the people be like, okay, when I'm finna call your mom, they're like, okay, she don't answer the phone anyways. Okay. So it's also
those kids who say their parents don't care about their grades, who have those different circumstances in their household, who got parents who just don't care. Like, call my mom, I don't care, right? Which puts teachers in a different situation. You know what I mean? Which is unfair because, you know, and it seems like, oh, they bullying this kid, and it's unfortunate, you know, that their household is this way or whatever. So now it's like it's a lose-lose because now you're disrupting my class. At this point, you can just get out and go. You know, you can go to the office and you let them know that you just want to be on your phone and your mom doesn't care or whatever. But I got 6 other students that's sitting right here and they trying to get this education, and this is what we're trying to give.
And the teachers, they care about their job. They want to get paid, so they don't shoot. The students really in the wrong for doing that.
Because their rules are set.
They
right?
don't care. They don't. I mean,
Some
they
kids
don't care
just
about
don't
their
care.
education.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, they don't care about their knowledge. They just want to go out, do whatever they want, feel like doing,
So
or whatever they can do.
Answer that question. So do you feel like it should be a complete ban on cell phones? Would it be effective, or what alternative?
It'll be. I agree with her. It will be a problem because I mean, kids go crazy. Like, okay, imagine the whole school got to get their phone to the whole school, and you gotta. Okay, we got certain boxes to put them in. We put all the phones in this box, all the sophomore phones. But it's okay. You gotta think about the time, the schedule, getting in the building. Y'all got all this security. Yonder pouches when you.
What's it called?
It's called a yonder pouch.
Pouch.
Yeah,
okay.
You put your phone in it and they lock it. There's multiple ways you can unlock it, but kids find ways to do that. So, but I feel like it'll be a problem, but it'll be effective most definitely. But it'll be most definitely a problem because
it'll be effective to eliminate the cell phones, but it'll be a problem. But it would be effective.
Yes, because some of the students probably wouldn't come back to the school tomorrow after that. Because I mean,
because their household circumstances are different than what yours might be.
Yeah.
I was also gonna say our school tried to do something like that. As soon as our school and the people were like, we finna take away the phones, we finna put them all in this bin, people won't have their phones during school. All the parents started contacting the board or something like that. And like they literally took away that because people were so desperate about being on their phone. They took it away.
That's crazy.
And parents have voted to have yonder pouches. So I mean,
is it? Do you like the yonder pouch? Do you mind it? I mean,
I mind it. I mean, I don't.
You mean you don't mind it?
I don't mind it. I really don't mind it. I mean, it don't have a problem on me.
And you keep your phone with you?
I keep my phone. As long as I keep my phone in my possession, like I said in the past earlier. Hey, that's what I'm rocking with. I ain't, my phone, as long as it don't be broken or
stolen or anything like that,
destroyed, I'm good. That's money, and that's my money. So I mean,
and you focus on your studies. So the pouch works out for you.
The pouch works out. I mean, but they find ways to unlock it.
The kids do.
Sometimes I gotta unlock it. Sometimes though, I ain't gonna lie.
What you gotta unlock it for? Tell me.
I gotta unlock it so I can know the time. The Chromebooks are really slow. The computers.
So you gotta unlock it because you can know the time.
Oh no. No.
I mean, I'm just asking because you said that you wait a minute, because I'm staying with him, right? I'm listening. You said you ain't gotta unlock it. You like the yonder pouch or whatever, but then you said
no, I don't like it. I said it's mine. I said I minded it.
Oh, you do? So you do mind it. You don't like it because you like to be able to. What you like to do with your phone? What you need to do?
Oh shoot! When it's that time to do some work, just ask for the definition, or just put it up, or just put your phone up,
or your book or in your.
I think sometimes also it's easier. Like, let's say you doing schoolwork and stuff, right? And everybody else is still working on it, and you're done.
Okay.
You don't got a book to read. Everybody else talking. You don't got nobody to talk to.
Sometimes you got no work from another class.
Right. You don't. When you do your work.
If you ain't got a 4.0, that means you got some work from another class. You got something that you need to be studying, right? This is school time, right?
Right.
I'm just saying, it's school time. So that means you need to figure out if you know you thriving right here, or if you got a missing assignment right here, you could be working on that.
Exactly.
Or if you know you got a C in that class over there, I'm gonna pull out something so I can study that because I can bring my stuff
Yeah,
up.
hold on,
But that
I got it.
depends on what people looking for. Like she's saying she want to go to college, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
her expectations of herself are up there. Like, no, I ain't got no time on my hands to look at social media because social media
Right.
not gonna pay your bills.
Yeah, it's not gonna
Social
help.
media not gonna get you in college.
Social media gonna
Social
get you.
media, you know what I'm saying? If this is what you're looking for,
Right.
athletes, and social media gonna get you. They gonna be that running back that you need to be on the field. That's not because you're a student athlete. You're a student first. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it, like, is that app gonna do all of that, or go ahead and look at something from another class or whatever and do what you need to do and wait till it's time to get that out.
Social media could like help get offers for schools because of highlights for sports.
Yes,
Like
big
like
time.
for
But
like,
you can get highlights for sports. But in those schools that you're looking for, you think they want you if you in class and ain't got bad grades?
I know
I'll stay
that.
with me because make sure you stay with what
I'm listening.
you stay with me now. Because
But-
you definitely right. Social media can get us that. But if this paper look like this, then I don't care what your highlight tape look like on social media. Because I got somebody getting a this guy over here.
But
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? But talk to me.
it could help
Yeah,
because
big
like
times.
it could also help for branding deals or
Yes.
I forgot what I was gonna say earlier, but like yeah.
Well, the
help
question
a little
was,
bit, just
should
a
there
little
be a
bit.
complete ban or what's your idea? Like the restriction. He said the Yonder, he don't like the Yonder pouches, but it could be effective. But if you take away the phones completely, they both say it'll be a problem because like she gave the example with the board.
It would help, but
What's your policy at your school?
we could have our phones, we just can't pull them out. But people sneak their phones. Like I seen somebody get in trouble for it, and he started crying, saying like I didn't do nothing or something like that. And I was like, dude, you know the rules, so why would you do it?
Look at that from another student, flat out. You know the
I
rules,
was like,
you lying. You know
and
you
I
know
was,
the rules.
and they asked me, did he have it out? I was like, I ain't see nothing, cause I wasn't trying to get him in trouble. I wasn't finna say nothing either, cause they don't got nothing to do with me.
You shouldn't have said nothing.
Yeah, I didn't say nothing. I was like, I don't know what happened. So they looked back the cameras. They seen him on his phone. He was playing games, or I don't know what he was doing, cause I wasn't there. They just said you on ISS for 2 days. So and then, but he was like he ain't do nothing, and he knew the rules. So I don't know why he would do it. But if they did ban it, people would still sneak their phones and get in trouble. Like, and they would complain that they didn't do anything.
And that's
like
the generation.
But when I was at Kip Triumph, we had to put our phones in like these baskets.
The bins, and y'all get them at the end of the
Yeah,
school
we
day.
got them at the end of the day. Yeah.
That's
So,
But that stopped a lot of like fights, but people would still sneak their phones like that
Try to
because
keep
they
it-
had
and
they had the metal detector. They come scare you down because it was that bad that people were sneaking
try to
that.
keep it, and they just
Yeah, it was like over 100 fight videos in my school. So people would put them in the bottom of their shoe, sitting on their phone while people were searching and then
obnoxious.
yeah, just to record a fight.
Do you agree with that?
No, I ain't doing that.
I ain't saying that you do it. I said that you agree with it.
Like, girl, agree with what?
Like, do you agree with that behavior?
Oh no, it's ghetto. It's no reason for you to be
I
doing
think
that.
sometimes
You should not be trying to hide your phone that bad. But the crazy part is, if you needed to call your mom, they'd let you grab your phone and call your mom.
Mm-hmm.
So it's no point.
Or they got the number for you.
It's no point of you just trying to sneak your phone to be on there after you done with work or go in the bathroom and record the fight, because it's no point. Like
Just
it's not gonna
cyberbullying
yeah, it's not gonna
just-
get you no job opportunity, like y'all said. It's not gonna get you no money. It's not gonna get you nothing. But making you look like a fool. Cause like what are you doing all this just to record a fight?
My sister
for?
got in trouble for recording a fight.
Yeah, it's no point
See?
of doing that.
Yeah.
I stay away from fights because fights can cause damage. Whoever around you, I mean, it can be environmental damage. It could be fight. I mean, it could be a group fight, and you could be in it in the middle, like
Just
and you don't want it.
by watching it.
Just by
Yeah,
watching
you could
it,
be
you
an
don't
innocent
want it.
bystander,
too.
and you could get in
Huh?
trouble
It
too.
instigates it too. A
Yeah.
lot of people like see the camera and they like, okay, I'm finna
He was
go
there.
hard.
He was there.
I'm finna go hard because now they
Yeah.
recording it. Somebody gonna see this
Yeah.
and they still fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And now you on the camera.
at the downtown festival, it was a few months ago. It was a big old group of people came up on one person, just started kicking him in his head and stuff, and people was recording it like it was cool, and I was like, what?
I mean, that's how you know a fight is going on too, though.
Yeah.
You see a group of people just standing there,
Yelling.
looking, yelling.
Listen, I don't want to be around any of that. I just want to catch a flight.
Extraness.
I just want to travel.
That be getting me late to my class.
Grayson, we gonna go with you. You the last one, Grayson. What's your policy? I got a feeling. I know Grayson answer. I got a feeling because Grayson has been putting up his cell phone. He will not text even while he's in school. Like, he won't do it. Do you think it should be a complete ban on cell phones, or what would be effective? If what you do right now is effective, tell us what you do right now at your school. What you think? Talk to us, Grayson.
Look at school right now. They got yonder pouches,
Mm-hmm.
and the yonder pouches, to me, it don't matter. It's like I just put in my locker because you can't. It's got to a point you can't even have it on you. It got to be in your locker. It has to.
Okay, that's
It has
ain't
to
nothing
be in your
right.
locker.
Do you find a problem with that, or does it work?
It don't matter to me. So it's rare you see somebody on your phone. And if you have your phone, they just take it, and your parent got to come get it.
So you're looking at it. That's a mature perspective. You're looking at it as, why have my daddy come up here and get this phone and do all of that? Just put it in a locker room.
Yeah.
I'm at school, and then when you get out of school, you do what you want to do. Whatever, you got your phone.
But look, I kind of agree with you, but I kind of find it a problem that you got to put your phone in the locker. Because if somebody know your locker, you don't like.
Somebody know your locker.
Your
Some
locker
people know
code.
locker
Some
combinations.
people break in.
Yeah,
Some people
be-
breaking in lockers.
Yeah,
So-
And people they.
So that comes with the school. Then that's the school problem.
I witnessed that.
Because I didn't have that problem at school, and they don't have that problem
Well,
at school. So
we
it
don't have
depends.
lockers. I mean, we have lockers, but we don't use
and
them.
you don't use
And
them.
then we
So it
don't use
depends
them.
on the locker or whatever, and how does somebody break into your locker, and
And
why
the
them
generation.
kids and why them kids in the hallway is the question. So that what goes to different districts as well. Because I've been at schools where kids don't be in the hall during class.
Yeah, people.
It's unacceptable. There's people sitting out in the hall like, hey man, where you? No, we don't. It's not the norm. And so then you go to other schools like what you're talking about. It's like, wait, people be in the hall. Why they ain't in class? I've been to a school where I'm looking at kids. I'm like, they straight just walk in the hall. Why are you here?
Yeah,
You
people.
heard just hang out with your friends because I'm
hey.
at schools. So it depends on the school that you are, the district, what they have in place, the rules and the policies. Because I'm at schools literally where what you just stated, it's not a problem at the other school.
Cause why you out your classroom? I mean, you skipping. It's not helping you if your grade low.
Oh yeah.
You know, and if the school got people in place like they should have, like I literally, and those are the type of things that I pay attention to. It's like two different schools. I pay attention, and it's like, ain't no kids in the hall. And when you watching them in class, they're learning. Like, and then I went to a middle school, and they got a cell phone policy where the phone got to stay in the locker. And I saw the difference. The kids were engaged. They were talking to each other. They were dialed in class. There were no issues. And I'm just looking. I'm like, man.
I think sometimes it's on the teacher too to get students engaged. Also.
Oh yeah.
Like,
That's their job. Class
Yeah,
management.
like you can't just be sitting there talking and be like, just
Yeah,
lecturing.
expect them
gotta
to
get
talk
on
to
the-
each
It
other.
just depends on the class
Yeah.
and what the the class is or whatever. It's science, and they may have to lecture or whatever until you get to an activity or whatever. But
Or
the thing is it's just a matter of the school's policy and what it is. It's set in stone. It's there. So there's no gray area. This is what it is. A locker. It stays in their locker until designated time. That's it. That's all. And it depends on the school policy. All the kids acknowledge that. So therefore, if you get in trouble, whose responsibility is that?
It's yours.
It's yours. It's in it. Your parents know everything else. And so when I was at these schools, I'm like, man, look at these kids. I'm like, this is what I remember back when I was in school. This is beautiful. And me as looking at it, I'm like, this is beautiful. School clean, kids acting like they got some sense. You don't see nobody looking down, checking nothing. There's nothing to check. They engage with each other. They talking to each other. The kids. That makes a big difference when you can engage and have those conversations. Then maybe somebody open up and say, "How do you feel about not having your phone?" Or shoot, I didn't even miss it until you said so. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't really care about it or whatever. You know, but
And also,
Man.
it's an addiction. A lot of people are addicted to their phone.
they are.
Definitely.
Any last minute thoughts for you?
People
It's
can.
like people at school, they still sneaky. You can
Correct.
open it too though.
Man, that's life.
It's like
The
I've seen
workplace.
so many ways people open it
Mhm.
because at the beginning of your people just breaking them to the point where they can't be fixed. Get a pencil and just break that stuff open.
couldn't.
But now it costs like you gotta pay like $70 to break one. Yeah,
75, man. That much full pouch, man.
So
$70.
Wait,
I mean-
what's your
yonder pouch is a thing. Okay.
What's your overall? What's your last thing that you want to say to the people that's listening when they hear your episode?
I mean, Hey, Yana Patrick, they cool, but you just gotta mature around them. Don't do too much over your phone. It ain't that bad. Just go out, enjoy life.
Get your education,
Before
huh?
the power could go out. It could be rain, thunderstorm. Your power go out. Your internet. What you gonna do?
Now what you gonna do?
Woo! Come on. Hope, what you think? What's your lasting impression to the people? Because get the people what they want.
I think just be mindful on your future and how what you do now affects how you're gonna be and what's your life gonna be like in the future. So a lot of people thrive in high school and they do all this in high school, but then once they get out of the world, out of high school and into the real world, you only know how to do this, and that because you spend all of high school trying to be popular and talk on your phone and do all this stuff on your phone. And you don't even know how to keep a real conversation.
Come on.
You don't even know how to say a full sentence without using abbreviations.
Come on. That's
Cool.
crucial. That's crucial. Jaden, lasting thought?
All right, this is coming from the youngest person here. Be mature. Have conversations on a daily. Don't be on your phone every day because I'm always outside, so I really don't be on my phone. But just make sure, watch what you say around certain people and make sure you do what you're supposed to do. Stay on top of your work. Stay on top of everything that you know that'll make your mom proud. And yeah.
Wonderful. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, you got something else? What you?
Amen.
Oh, amen. Okay. Y'all all just talk to the people. That's what you did. You just talk to the people. Good people. Hey, this is Disconnected, the impact of cell phones in schools. These kids just talk to us. Jaden, Hope, Tez, Grayson. And y'all know before we leave, everybody got to get a good people. We're going to start with you over here. Give them a good people, sir.
Good people.
Woo! Okay. Hope, come on now.
Good people.
Come on, Ted.
Good people, man.
Good people.
Ladies and gentlemen, this season 4, episode 4, you know I got to leave you with it. Good people. You got to give the people what they want. Woo!
Go people.